obviously characteristics that would have come from his own father, but something that we should celebrate and emulate. And so I want to extend condolences to the family, the Peart family, and to thank them for their enormous contribution to the country. To Arthur, I didn't know Arthur very well, but his service was characterized by humility. It was characterized by someone who was dedicated to the upliftment of his constituents. And that sense of humility is something which should serve as an example for other members of Parliament who opt to serve in this Parliament. For Stephen Francis, I think Stephen's enduring legacy will be the belief that he had in himself and the belief that he had in Jamaicans, that we could not just only produce the raw talent, but we had the capacity to provide the coaching so that we could become world beaters. The conventional wisdom was you do well at champs, and then you get a scholarship, you go abroad to the US, and you'll be coached by some foreign coach. What Stephen demonstrated through MVP is that we could do it here. And I think it is a great example of the emancipation of our own minds and our own belief in ourselves as people, that we have the capacity to produce world beaters. But beyond MVP, Stephen identified talent that wasn't necessarily the ones who came first at champs. In fact, he was very deliberate. He wasn't just looking for those who won every event. He identified persons who may have not medaled at champs, but whom he recognized had the potential and could develop to become world beaters. And if you look at the many names of those who have been under his tutelage, you will see how he took them as high school athletes and transformed them into world champions. But also, he was not just focused on the track aspect of coaching. He created world beaters in the field events. And in fact, I believe at our last Olympic Games, we got as many medals in field events as we did in track events, which is moving from a situation 12, 16 years ago where 90% of our medals were on the track. And finally, another enduring legacy of Stephen Francis is how many coaches he nurtured and developed who then went on to establish their own coaching clubs. There are about 4 new coaching clubs that were derived from persons who started at MVP. And so in a sense, you could consider that he almost had an incubator, and he encouraged the growth of other coaches who themselves have coached world beaters. So, Mr. Speaker, as we recognize and acknowledge the work of the parliamentarians who have passed and of Stephen Francis, we say thank you from a grateful nation for their contribution in making Jamaica a better place. And we, as younger members, will find a way to emulate the successes that they displayed, and more importantly, the characteristics that they displayed as parliamentarians. Thank you very much.
Member from Westmoreland Central.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to give tribute to a great man who trod the region, the powerful Region 6 for the People's National Party, and that is Arthur Nelson. The powerful Region 6. Arthur Nelson is a man whose political legacy was not etched in grand speeches, but in the tangible transformation of the communities he served. A testament to the trust he inspired, he secured 2 consecutive terms as Member of Parliament for St. James West Central. And we all theorize if he probably hadn't decided to leave politics, would have continued to hold that seat, probably up to today. Beyond the political arena, he stands as a registered professional engineer in Jamaica, a qualification that speaks not only to his technical acumen, but to his pragmatic, solutions-oriented approach to governance. To his constituents, he was affectionately and reverently known as the Small Axe, a moniker that belies his physical stature while paying homage to the sharp, formidable force he represents in championing the rights of the people. True to the old folk song, this particular Small Axe has felled many a giant obstacle through sheer determination and unyielding commitment to justice. Nowhere in his legacy more vividly inscribed than the inner city communities of Mount Salem, Granville, and Rosemount, where his leadership catalyzed a renaissance of hope and development. He did not merely govern from a distance. He walked the streets he sought to uplift, investing his engineering expertise and political capital into projects that brought infrastructure, dignity, and opportunity to those who had long been neglected. In Mount Salem, he championed improvements that restored a sense of pride. In Granville, his interventions laid the groundwork for community stability. And in Rosemount, his advocacy ensured that the voices of the marginalized were not only heard, but heeded. His work in these neighborhoods was not transient. It lives on, etched in the minds and hearts of the people who still speak his name with reverence. His reputation within his constituency is that of a man that does not merely make promises, but forges covenants with his people and honors them with resolute action. This is not folklore, but lived experience, as testified by a comrade Dorothy Dixon, who I will quote. Comrade Arthur Nelson came to the Salt Spring Post Office while I was working there. I gave him a tour of the office and informed him of our dire plight. We had neither water nor electricity, and the office had received notice of closure. He listened intently, and then and there he promised he would act swiftly to build a proper structure and restore light and water. And he surely did. He did not just speak, he delivered. It is this rare blend of technical expertise, political will, and profound empathy that defines the enduring legacy of Arthur Nelson, a leader who proved that true stature is not measured by height, but by the depth of one's impact on the lives of others. Though time may pass, the fruits of his labor remain, standing as silent monuments to a man who gave all to the people that he loved. So on behalf of the Region 6 family, we want to extend our sincere condolences to his family, especially his wife, who was always there with him at all the meetings that we can remember, and for accommodating us at home on many occasions. And as the leader said earlier, it was never at any cost to anyone, no matter what was happening there. We will surely miss him, and we intend to continue supporting the family and keep on building on that relationship that we have always had. I thank you very much.
Member from St. Catherine Southern.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Like my colleague from East Kingston and Port Royal, I will be brief. In fact, speaking after so many speakers have spoken about the same persons, there's not much that I can say about the persons, except for my own personal experiences with our former members of this chamber. I'll start first with Arthur Nelson. Concur with much have been said about his personality and character. I can't imagine a more humble political representative or public servant than Arthur Nelson. And I believe what underscores that characteristic of Arthur Nelson is that Arthur never had to try to prove to anybody who he was, whether he was somebody of worth or not. He had the confidence of who he was. As was mentioned, he was a civil engineer and well accomplished in his field. He had nothing to prove about himself, but the desire to serve is what brought him into public office. And you know, Mr. Speaker, it is good that we're having these shared reflections on these former members.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for this Tuesday evening. Good evening, and welcome everybody. Happy to have you. Like and share the video for me right away. Click up the like, click it. Click up the like, share the video. We're keeping an eye on the parliament. And the main reason for that is we are expecting the Minister of Energy and Transport to be answering questions from the Shadow Minister Philip Paulwell. That was supposed to happen last week. Did not take place. So we are keeping an eye on the parliament to see if that is going to happen, because if that happens, we want to carry that because it's an important portfolio. The Ministry of Energy. Jamaica paying too much for light bill. Yesterday evening, we heard the figures, the fact that the government failed to collect expected revenues that they had planned to collect. And that's a serious one. Didn't I? So there's a serious shortfall in the revenues. Oh, here they are. Serious shortfall in revenues. Also, we're still on the TCN. We're still on the Integrity Commission, because we're not letting them go, you know. And got a clip from RJR, which is very instructive, where attorney at law Clyde Williams took Matthew Samuda to task. And we want to listen to some of those clips. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yeah, good evening, Colin.
Yes, sir.
Just following up. I didn't get through today, but I'm just following up like the thing, the double D 40 times he tried and make it.
Yeah.
So what I really want was to touch base with you on is the projects with Boston to have a salute, and you could stretch it from, say, October until about March of next year. Then if you go to March, you could tie in the Clarendon and Vernon Field base into it, you know, to salute the U.S. 250th anniversary.
It's something
And
that
like-
it's something that I have to think about as it relates to saluting and our blackness and our struggles of our foreparents. I have to really look on them things serious, my brother.
Yeah, but apart from that, they said opportunity and preparation. You are the best prepared person to link Boston in Portland with Boston in the US. There's a great connection and there's nothing there to show. Where can we show our people that the amount of the Boston company was set up to import products into the US? And it's out of that the gentleman come and view your area. No one knows what Boston was named before the area. Do you know?
No,
The
but
name
I
of-
think I can find out. I think I
It
know
would be
people.
it would be very useful for us to know what was the name of that place before it became Boston.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
knowing that Boston in the US is linked to Boston in England as well, you know.
Oh yeah.
And like yes, man, it's linked to US in England, Boston in the US. And Boston, you have the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, that outstanding technology university. So I see it could be so to have that interconnect. Then also,
Yeah, but I have to do some more deep digging and see if I am interested in something like that. So I couldn't answer you on that right here and now.
I know that, but I'm just throwing out the thoughts, you know. And then, like, look at next avenue. Never said to you about 2 evenings ago. You have to leave 5 locust head.
Yeah.
I just laugh and said, my goodness, Portland Spice, authentic drink that could be developed there from
Yeah.
Boston. An outstanding
A
drink.
spice juice.
Exactly.
And
And just to find out from you.
Portland
you-
Spice
you
produce a whole heap of juice, you know, my brother. You would even know him, but that's for
Then-
another day.
then, let me tell you, see, you hit the nail on the head about how to move forward with our thing, man. We have everything in our hand. Everybody will come there and they get the authentic drink from that area. Plus, Colin, I'm going to close off now. I know others. But plus, Colin, there is one of the best scenery in Jamaica is from there looking across over into St. Thomas. You know. No other
From
place
where?
Anywhere in Portland and looking back down to St. Thomas. Yeah, it's the best.
It's a hard look that.
An hospital in England, the Golden Vale Hospital, owned a sugar factory up there. And
There's a place in Portland named Golden Vale, you know.
then it is named from a sugar factory that was operated by a hospital in England. In the book, try and get yourself a copy of this book, please.
All
the
right.
book named Jamaica Survey. An Australian lecturer at UWI wrote that book. He wrote Jamaica Survey and another outstanding book that it will be useful.
Mm.
And also, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to make sure I link up with you and you get copies from my own book that I've written on the sugar industry.
Okay, yeah. All right.
The University of Exeter in England used 60 books to present a study on sugar. And they mentioned my book at number 24
Yeah.
of 60 books. Yes.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, Google David Cosburn Exeter University, and you see the book there.
All right, my
And
brother.
I'm telling you, I have a package of the book you can give to your visitors.
All right,
Then, yeah. But I want to link with you and show you some other avenues in which you can move the process
All right.
really and transform the area. Finally, my wife of 40 years was presented to me by a brother from Portland.
Yeah?
The Ladleys from, I don't remember the name of the place, you know. But he introduced me to my wife. He chose her for me.
I know
And we
some
have just
lately, you know.
celebrate-
I know some lately. Can't
He
remember
gave
everything
my-
right now.
Yes, he introduced me to my wife, and we are together for 40 years. Yeah.
All right.
I want to be in touch with them, man. I want to be in touch with them.
We are going to link
And
up,
then
man.
listen,
We are going to link up.
and keep up the good work.
Blessings,
And
my
all
brother.
the very best to you and all the listeners.
All
Yes.
right. Respect.
And I
One
wish
love.
your program well.
One love.
One love. Yeah.
Blessings. Yes, so we say, yeah, man, and somebody I say we can do a Portland spice seasoning. We have all of that, people. All of that is available. All of that is available. Yeah. Portland spice juice, the Portland spice seasoning. Yeah, I don't think it's a joke thing. This is the Portland spice cherry with ginger. Yeah. This is the Portland spice beetroot with ginger. We have pineapple with turmeric and ginger. We have pineapple with ginger and cucumber. We have soursop without milk. And I'll tell you no more about that yet. In time. In time. Naughty. Don't worry yourself. In time, the products will be out. You know, they are on sale now, but just not in Jamaica. This is the pineapple, ginger with turmeric. Yeah, man. We in the man. In the. May I tell you now. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. You're live on Portland Spice TV.
Yeah, Colin, this is Alric.
Hey, what go on, brother?
And I want to big up you and your team, Rasta.
Respect.
I've been to Portland recently, and I must commend how beautiful your parish look, brother.
May I tell you?
I went to Boston Beach. I went to Boston and I ate some of the nice pork down there, brother. And it's only a shame that the rest of the tourism area in Jamaica can't look close to Portland.
Talk to me.
I also went to Montego Bay. Cruise pier. I spent a day on a ship that was docked there.
Mm.
And after almost 9 months since the hurricane passed, it's a shame to see Montego Bay.
Where is it? Where's it?
Brethren,
Montego Bay
when you look down on it, when you dock on, brother, tell me I talk with pain in my heart, Chaka.
Talk to me.
When you look down from Montego Bay, here, the place where I'm paint up. The place where the zinc and stuff them will blow off. Them take them up here, but you can't see the little shock and stuff for left back there. It now take millions to put on liquor covering over them. That me I talk about.
And the government have money, you know, brother.
This thing where the government I got talk.
The government have
That
access
is
to money.
pain me, brother. You see this thing where them come up and talk about Naran. I just waste time for dragging in a foolishness about road improvement and whatever. The state of the roads in the country is embarrassing. I'm more than 15 years now, I left Jamaica, I come back, and the state of Spanish Town Road, which is the main thoroughfare for how much business along Spanish Town Road, is embarrassing to see how the thing look, Rasta. The business sector of Jamaica need to hold the government accountable for the state of the roads. Toyota Jamaica, Red Stripe, the Biscuit Company, all of them business place along Spanish Town
Ria
Road.
Nevio. Berger.
Ria Nevio. You can go on, Shaka. That's like one of the busiest business thoroughfare.
Yes, on the island, yes.
In Jamaica.
Yes.
For the state. More than 5 years ago, them dig up the road for them and lay pipe to NWC infrastructure. I understand that. But how much years after the road still a pitchy-patchy? Is anybody on your platform currently? You're driving on Mandela Highway, which is one of the busiest thoroughfare linking to Kingston, and you have to be switching and dodging out of potholes?
Yeah, man. It's not good. It's ugly, man.
Why?
Ugly for true. Ugly. Ugly.
Why? Yet me go to Portland and me a drive and me there on a smooth road.
Yeah,
Right, and not to be a Portland tone, your bus be the whole stretch go all the way back to Mansion Hill.
road look good.
I counted 2 potholes, Shaka, and I am not exaggerating.
Yeah, man, true, man. None shouldn't do that still, but me understand. And we have a little piece, a rough piece, a Black Hill where the road a crack way again. They fix it one time, it a crack way again. But you see, that's why I tell people, you see that road from Negril to Port Antonio is one of the best piece of road that was ever done in Jamaica. May I tell you that? Peel Construction Company. Yeah, man. Solid piece of road.
I honestly hope and I pray for Jamaica. I love my country, brother. Sorry me that for less. But when I go back and see, most recently, even driving through the gorge, it's embarrassing. Which is supposed to be like an heritage site. It's embarrassing to see them roads.
Yeah.
Through the junction are the same thing, which it should not be.
Right, the junction, terrible.
If Jamaica ever tap into 1% of the ecotourism, just to drive through and carry tourists through them thoroughfare, there, brother.
Yes, I. Yeah.
Brother, I just have to call and tell you what I say.
Respect and thanks, man.
You
Appreciate
understand?
it. Yes, man.
Yeah, man. That's the word, man.
One love.
I'm going best. I'm listening to your program. I'll give somebody else a chance.
Yeah, man. 1-876-804-7072. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Colin Bell.
Yes, sir.
Evening. No one asked you something.
Yeah.
The Integrity Commission do press conference. They talk about a poll. So the poll, the 51% of Jamaica now no confidence in the Integrity Commission.
Who do that
You
poll?
know the name? Can't catch me catch all the news. That's why me ask the question now. The poll was commissioned by Nationwide.
Then you see,
Blue Dot.
Yeah, man. Then if them poll that, man.
And Nationwide, of course, the Integrity Commission daily, nightly, and when they're not the parade, them across the commission.
Hold on. When them say 51% now have no confidence in the Integrity Commission. So 49% have confidence.
But hold on. 49% to 51%. Let me tell you something. It's still too near.
No, man,
it means somebody...
That a dead it. That basically...
That's a dead it.
Yeah, man.
Because when I hear about the margin, I hear it.
Yeah.
You know, but this is total nonsense.
total nonsense. You can't have.
I never hear it.
Me not get to hear the thing good neither. So I don't want you really talk after me, but somebody will hear it and tell you. But you can't have nationwide or cost the Integrity Commission night and day every day. And then go commission poll.
Nationwide, not only.
Commission.
Nationwide, not only across the Integrity Commission. You know, they are set up to try and destroy the Integrity Commission.
Yes. I don't want to know. If nobody from the Integrity Commission no bars that then can't say, no, we cannot accept this from nationwide. Oh,
No,
come on, man. Somebody give me a break.
Listen, the poll can't do nothing to the Integrity Commission, you know. I have a clip with Clyde Williams that I want to play. I want to listen. Clyde Williams.
But it coming, but listening it.
Hold on.
The Integrity Commission accept it.
Hold on. He was talking to Dean Jackson Miller yesterday evening. Listen to this.
Good morning. I'm Paula Ann Porter-Jones, and these are the stories from the Radio Jamaica News Center. Attorney at law and public commentator Clyde Williams has rejected a proposal by Cabinet Minister Matthew Samuda to remove the review of members of Parliament's statutory wealth declarations from the Integrity Commission. Minister Samuda, who sits on the committee, has suggested that a declaration of income, assets, and liabilities submitted by members of the committee should instead be reviewed by an independent body, such as the Financial Investigations Division or the Auditor General. However, Mr. Williams argues that the minister's position is misguided. He says the statement reflects a flawed understanding of the role of the Integrity Commission.
Because the oversight that the Integrity Commission provides is on practices, procedures, it's data-driven. The committee is not looking on subjective issues of each individual filing. So it's not correct to start by saying the premise that you're overseeing the people who are overseeing you. That is not so very accurate. The oversight is practices. That's the committee's oversight of the integrity practices, procedures, performance indicators, targets. Those things are all objective. And secondly, there is absolutely no data that there is any kind of prejudice that parliamentarians, whether on the committee or off the committee, so far they had of the Integrity Commission.
He says Mr. Samuda should instead consider provisions that would strengthen the Integrity Commission.
Let's make the Integrity Commission a similar thing like the DPP with a constitutional protection. And then you have one person to make the rulings and the findings and the determination. You have several agents, and we have a retired judge of the Supreme Court of the Court of Appeal who served in periods of 2 or 3 years. These people are retired. I'm just saying that if you really want to fix the Integrity Commission, then this is not the direction that we should be heading in.
Attorney at law and public commentator Clyde Williams. He was speaking yesterday on Beyond the Headlines. And Mr. Williams believes that Jamaican parliamentarians are against rigorous oversight.
It struck me that Samuda, when he spoke up about the monies being spent by the Integrity Commission, he just voted to support NARA with no oversight that will be spending significant billions of dollars. Or if not billions, certainly 1-point-something trillion is what I understand earmarked for them to spend. And he, Samuda, voted for no oversight of NARA. So he should be coming here and talking about the Integrity Commission. And they spend more than what people in the country and so forth and so on. And then, you have to be consistent when you draw on principles in relation to oversight. You cannot be at one time saying the Integrity Commission must patrol parliamentarians. They must spend too much money, and we need to make sure. While NARA, that you just voted on, will be spending up in excess of $1 trillion Jamaican dollars.
Attorney
Marshy.
Hear me now. Sound argument, but me never bet you. I create a red stripe. Anything if you want, but remember that's a red stripe.
Yeah.
No, I bet you create. I bet you Matthew Samuda under investigation from the Integrity Commission.
Hey, tell her. Why would you say that? Why would you say that, Mr. Marsh?
Let me tell you, man. Yeah, some criminals know how to protect themselves, you know.
Yes.
And let me tell you, if me a thief, you know, and me know them are going to catch me, you know, me want to put certain judge in a certain position to save me, you know.
Like
And if the police
like how Dennis Chung is at the head of the FID, so they want to send the thing them over there. Tell her.
And let me tell you something. I want somebody from Center to call you and just tell you what they know.
Yes.
And it will strengthen my imagination.
Woo.
Can I imagine, you know?
No, they said just like Wami always a lash out on the IC, then think Wami did it too. Hello? Hey, hold on, Marshall. Beg you a minute. There's somebody have a message for Nevio.
All right. You can take it. I will call you back. Take care.
Right. Yes.
Good.
You remember Nevio always said that the Jamaica Labour Party, because of the Jamaica Labour Party and all that they're doing, because of that Portland Spice TV can get to do this and can get to do that and travel the world and whatever. Well, the Jews that we just show a while ago, just show them say Portland Spice thing no normal.
No normal.
Far and wide.
You understand?
So, we don't say we don't want thing.
That's why we say all Caribbean one people. Check it out. Caribbean Spice TV. Get ready. Tell her. Hello, somebody. Yeah, man. Big up to all of the Caribbean people. Caribbean integration is vital here. The Caribbean need to come together as one. And Portland Spice TV believes in Caribbean integration. See Nevio, yeah? Nevio.
Hello?
You hear the producer message for you?
When you know when she talk, when I hear her as loud as you, just like Ralston, there is something you need to correct there, man.
Hold on, you don't hear Ralston loud? I know you wouldn't hear the producer loud because she's stand up over the side.
No, man. When we're on the phone talking to Raleigh, we're not hearing him clear, but when you're listening directly,
you hear him clear? Oh, okay, understand.
Yeah.
So the producer said that we show the juices a while ago. For sure, you say Portland Spice thing no normal. It's not a one-track thing with them on.
No, man, I know so no big man.
And no GLP that we are do what we are do. Because of the vision and the drive, we are people who are driven. Yeah?
No, man. I admit it that the Portland Spice program is we are either our GLP program. I admit it. And that is the reason why your population is growing so rapidly. We cannot deny that and it cannot hide. But I call you to ask you what is happening in the PNP because all over the place.
Let me tell you what is happening in the PNP. The PNP is a democratic party, you know.
Yes.
But you realize who pushing it? It is the GLP, them are push it, you know. Because the GLP, they are open for this unity in the PNP to see if them can eke out a fourth term. Good strategy from the GLP. A good strategy we now push. See if we can build division. But let me tell you something, Nevio. Anybody in the People's National Party can challenge for leadership. That's how the People's National Party sets up. There's a time period now. There are some changes where there's a time period 2 years before. It's 2? I think it's 2 years before a general election. You can't challenge the leader.
Yes.
You understand? So,
yes,
the PNP have a lot of bright people. People with great ideas. People with ambition. People who have clean reputation. And their integrity is intact. So there are a number of people in the PNP who can lead.
Yes.
Not like over your side where rally a beg and I say, listen, if we move the prime minister, the whole thing I got tumble down because nobody know over there if take up the slack. Not so in the PNP. Not so. The PNP have a whole heap of people with potential. And
finish your point.
What I can tell you, that there will be no challenge to the party leader, at least for this year. Yeah?
Well, the argument is next year.
Then I want to, you know why the Labour right them are run with that, so? Because they want to move the focus from the TCN. They want to move the focus from Andrew Wheatley. They want to move the focus that the government collect over $20 billion less than what they plan to collect in the first part of the financial year. They want to move the focus from the recession that the country is in. So that's why Nationwide is the one pushing it. And I want to say to anybody who claims say on our PNP, we must stop push GLP narrative. And somehow we wash up PNP because we come from one place and come over PNP and I go on like is an authority on PNP. Somehow we must stand down and stop this the member of parliament them. Somehow we are called people, but people are mongrel. What mongrel politics? You don't need to stand down. Member, say I come over here, sir. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
I don't want it in the public fear. And that's why PNP must careful of who no baptize and put on the pulpit. When you no baptize people, they must serve what you call probation. Yeah? And I'm saying this to the party leader. I'm saying to the party leader that some people will get baptized must serve probation and we must see them behavior before we put certain things in a them position because them are not a real PNP.
The PNP is at war with itself.
No, they don't know what comradeship mean. When the party said to Colin Bell, listen, some people now support you and want to win the seat. I step back and I allow somebody else to come in, give him full support, win back the fellowship division to ensure that he become member of parliament because PNP must form government. Yeah? And everything out there, ratatata, but ratatata people anyway. Stand down. Stand down.
Just before I go, Mr. Bell, declare your on Mark Golding or Dateland Campbell. Which side you on?
Let me tell you something. Me a comrade. I am on the side of the People's National Party.
Yes, we can vote P2 one time. Which side you on?
There is no internal election. So I don't need to choose any side.
All right, sir. All right, Mr. Bell, we talk
there is
again.
no internal election, so I don't need to choose any side. The GLP, they are looking diversion. And I am saying to some people who are on social media about now support PNP, stand down. You don't know politics, you don't understand it. You don't love kasa and blagga and begge.
They sound like the cracks is getting wider.
Do not bring the party into disrepute.
Okay, sir. We talk again.
Yeah. Some people must serve probation. And everybody has then come, you must put them on the platform. Yeah? Some people in it for money. Some people in it for hype. The People's National Party is about what is best for Jamaica. That is what me I said to you. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Blessed sir for the evening, Colin.
Blessings.
Colin, I see a lot of things what they're doing and it's all distraction.
That is all they're trying to do.
So many things. There is so many things that is at hand and and at the time now what we have to deal with, even the things that they put in place in front of us to deal with that, let us say, this is the topic we have to do, and don't let them try to control the narrative
let me
and
tell
spin
you,
it to a
let me
9-day wonder.
just hold for 90 seconds for me. Let me show the people what is important right now.
The government collected more than $20 billion less in revenue than budgeted during the first 2 months of the 2026-2027 fiscal year. More in this report from Prince Moore.
Figures released by the Finance Ministry show that total revenue and grants amounted to $172.1 billion between April and May, falling $20.4 billion short of the $192.5 billion that had been projected. The biggest weakness was in tax collections. Tax revenue totaled $163.7 billion, approximately $22 billion below the budgeted figure. Non-tax revenue exceeded the target by approximately 20.3%, coming in at $7.63 billion. Grants were approximately 26.5% above budget, totaling $501 million. The revenue shortfall prompted the government to reduce spending by $12.1 billion. Total expenditure was 5.9% below budget, with spending of $191.8 billion. Wages and salaries were 1.9% below budget at $80.1 billion. Debt repayment was 66.2% below the budgeted amount, with the government repaying $6.7 billion. For the financial report, I'm Prince Moore.
That is what is critical to Jamaica right now. Jamaica is in a reception, and the GLP using deception to move the people away from what is important. Not on Portland Spice TV. Not here. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Mr. Colin, again. When I saw the great Ralston reading out the data yesterday, you know what I started to sing? Everything crashed.
Look,
whoa,
they know.
Look, they know.
Hey,
that was what I was
crash.
singing.
What gone bad the morning can't come good evening. The economy is falling apart. Did Nationwide play that clip today? Did Nationwide report on the shortfall in government revenue today? Did they report on it?
Colin,
yeah.
We have an election September 3rd last year.
Yes.
You know what? We get the count of the election. Now you see what we are getting now? The result. Now we are getting the result.
Talk to me.
And guess what? Labor right lose.
Yeah.
Them just lose. Come and let me ask him a question. During election time, Mark Golden tell the taxi man them, the taxi man come in front, Colin class.
Yes.
Tell the taxi man them say, me I go give you no money to carry the school children them.
Yes. Yes.
And what the labor right them say? Him a go pay a taxi man, the rapist and murderer to carry them school children.
That is what they call them. Marlon Morgan did it on this show.
Yeah, rapist and murderer coming like country mountain school children. What they lose again, Colin?
I wouldn't Greek Jamaica.
Leave right, Lord.
Greek Jamaica say Mark Golden did not support you as not an MP youth. You only use AN when a vowel follow. So it can't be an MP. It must be a MP. So we know where you don't know nothing about my loyalty. And you don't know nothing about Mark Golden if Mark Golden did support me or not. You don't listen, me tell you. My problem was my problem was people from East Portland. Yeah? I'm never afraid to tell nobody who never wanted me to be MP. We know who never wanted me to be MP, and it was not Mark Golding. I can tell you that straight here on this channel. So go sleep. You don't know what you talk about. I am on here. Call me and ask me question. Go ahead, caller.
Me say, Colin, the Labour Party, them walk through the capture land and buy up the vote.
Yes, man.
And guess what?
And then them bulldoze the
Then
house.
come down, then come out with the result, and now the Labour right lose again because them are licked down their house in the capture land.
Yes, man.
You see, they lose again when Mark Golding tell them, say, them make certain they got the piece of rock. Labour right lose again. So you see all what go on are just losses them have right now. Just now the results are come out.
Yes, sir. I will Labour right over here this evening, though. We're not try a little diversion. The economy crash. Your Prime Minister statutory filing is not certified. Hey, tell her. That's why I can't fire Wheatley. Come challenge me.
All right.
1-876-804-7072.
Me I go run and make somebody else get up, make a call, yeah, sir.
Big up yourself, my
Beat
brother.
them. Blessed.
We will not be distracted. You're carrying rapists and murderers come to Jamaica. Those are the people. Hold on, caller. You want to carry here. The Prime Minister told the head of the Nursing Association that he is the head of the bureaucracy. Your Prime Minister Andrew Wellness.
I understand it very well. Right? I mean, I am technically the head of the bureaucracy. But the way in which bureaucracy works is that it is self-preserving. And that prevents it from changing.
Yeah.
Once it gets entrenched into a position, it is going to defend it.
Yeah.
So him at the head of the bureaucracy, him can't change. But yet him tell we say, he make the law and him can't change the law. What rubbish. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Portland Spice TV. Go ahead.
What's up, man?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Man, I'm here, man. First time caller, watching you all the time from Atlanta, man. And
Atlanta,
you know
Georgia. My place.
Yeah, man. Hey, the Prime Minister need to go to nationwide, go collect the tax for them over the country.
I don't know that nationwide over the country taxes. I don't know that.
Yeah, well, that's the word that's going around.
I don't know. I don't know if there were any taxes. I don't know that. I would have to go do some deep investigation to know if there were taxes.
Yeah, that's the thing going around. That they owe $1.5 billion.
What? Tell them 1 point
that's
what?
Why fight so hard for the Prime Minister win back, you know.
1 point what?
That's why I seen it fight so hard during the election for you win back.
But we have a question for TAJ. The Prime Minister was also referred to the TAJ, you know. We don't hear nothing from them on what they are investigating on the Prime Minister. Hey.
I call him and tell I have somebody of mine. I go on a cruise in Montego Bay like a little over a week now. And when they come back, man, I was so embarrassed.
Why?
They tell me that Montego Bay is like dumb, man. And, you know, I feel so bad there. Some white dudes and, you know, black American guys. And
they say Montego Bay don't look good.
They say Montego Bay is like dumb, man. I feel so embarrassed when they come back and tell me. Because I was telling them about, you know, Jamaica and everything like that. And when they come back, they say, boy, it was a disappointment walking in Montego Bay and see how the place it's full of dump all over the place, man.
Supporting the Garden Grill. I said they want to go on the savannah down of St. Elizabeth. Jesus.
Why? Colin, I've been back since the hurricane passed through, so I don't really even see what it's like yet still. But boy, you know, it's not gonna get better with the things that are going on with this Prime Minister. There's nothing gonna get better down there.
Whoa. Sad.
We need a change, man. We need a change.
they does not possess the capacity to grow the economy of this country. The figures came in.
You know,
Ralston told us yesterday that 40 years in this business, he has never seen the numbers so bad.
yeah, I watch you guys all the time, man. I always watch you guys and hear Rasta and I break it down.
Yes, man.
All the time, man. I said, man, Jamaica in deep trouble.
Deep, deep trouble, brother. Deep, deep trouble.
Deep trouble.
Deep trouble.
All right.
All right.
And this month, all right, my brother, you take care of yourself and we keep in touch, man.
One love. Call me more often. Big up yourself.
All right, Colin. One love.
1-876-804-7072. Did they play this today? And I hear some of my friend, you know, I pick up when Nationwide I lead with. My brethren, make your own lead story. Don't make Nationwide lead you. Yeah? How can you follow the lead of the GLP network? This is what we're supposed to be talking about.
The government collected more than $20 billion less in revenue than budgeted during the first 2 months of the 2026-2027 fiscal year. More in this report from Prince Moore.
Listen.
Figures released by the Finance Ministry show that total revenue and grants amount...
You hear who released the figure? The Finance Ministry. Listen this.
...amounted to $172.1 billion between April and May, falling $20.4 billion short of the $192.5 billion that had been projected. The biggest weakness was in tax collections. Tax revenue totaled $163.7 billion, approximately $22 billion below the budgeted figure. Non-tax revenue exceeded the target by approximately 20.3%, coming in at $7.63 billion. Grants were approximately 26.5% above budget, totaling $501 million. The revenue shortfall prompted the government to reduce spending by $12.1 billion. Total expenditure was 5.9% below budget, with spending of $191.8 billion. Wages and salaries were 1.9% below budget at $80.1 billion. Debt repayment was 66.2% below the budgeted amount, with the government repaying $6.7 billion. For the financial report, I'm Prince Moore.
How are we going to get out of this? That is the crucial thing. What is going to happen when America starts sending people to Jamaica and we don't know them background from their country of origin? What are I talking about? Eh? What are you all talking about? Listen to this. Because somehow don't really understand what I want. Junior there. Junior, what I want?
I'm there now. But yesterday, I try to get on.
Oh,
Ralston, a fortune teller around there, man.
Ralston is the best financial analyst on media.
No, Ralston has been saying all that him saying, and it will come to pass.
Of course.
Colin, if you smoke ganja, and you take cocaine, and you take Mali, all of what you can take, no care what you take, it's still will tell you, say, the economy in a recession.
Yes. No matter what you want to say. And that's what we should be focusing on. That's what media house should be calling on the government to come and talk to the people of Jamaica about the devastation of the economy. That is what we must focus on when I talk about a possible challenge, internal challenge next year, September, more than a year from now. That we now focus on, comrades, rational Jamaicans. understand on yourself and don't be dragged away from the real issue. And I have a question for George Davis. Are you telling lies on the United States of America?
I have one for you.
Go
I
ahead,
have
nephew.
one for you. George,
Go ahead, Junior.
George Davis. If you listen to him, what him indirectly telling you now is that Mongoose sell chicken, say Mongoose a friend. Chicken and Mongoose a friend, you know. Listen to
Mongoose tell chicken say money, my friend.
Mongoose sell chicken, say money, my friend. You get my deal?
Let me ask you something, Junior. Let me ask the labor rights in the chat room. Uno ever listen to this clip here? Uno listen to
Would
this.
have graduated 361 RNs last year. And
this is at the professional level.
Yeah. None of those persons are yet employed.
But that's strange.
And it's not strange. It happens every year.
It is said we have a shortage of nurses.
Right.
Well, let me not say nurses. Let me say there's a shortage of professionals in the system. Yes. But then you have people who are not engaged. So I'm curious, why is that?
The HR policies of the Ministry of Health and Wellness are a challenge for nursing.
When you say the HR policies, what does that? Explain to me. I don't know enough about the intricacies of the profession. So
many moons ago, when I was employed as a registered general nurse, when we were placed, you went to the ministry, you get your letter and you go down to the ministry and you're assigned. Because when we did the exam, we had to say where we want to work. You don't must get it, but you put it down there. Because I wanted to work in Portland and I don't reach up there yet. But you were assigned, and everybody who graduated was assigned. That no longer happens. Now, the current situation is that the HR management system is called the My HR Plus system. That system will not employ an individual if they are not able to align them to a post number. We don't have enough posts.
We don't have enough nurses in the healthcare system. But at the same time, we are graduating nurses and not using them, not employing them. What kind of system that? Are we talking about those things? Are these the things we are focused on? When I lose focus, Jamaican. Come back. Focus on what is at hand. Don't be dragged away from the main issue. Talk to me, Junior.
If your enemy starts to tell you, say you look good, something all right. If your enemy starts to tell you, say you look good, something all right about that. And if you believe within yourself that there are certain elements that are your enemy, and they might invite you in that their room, and nothing good. You come from a parish, you know, where Dean Jones come from.
Yes.
And Dean Jones can tell
Ken
about
Jones,
the
Ken
belly
Jones.
and the
Ken Jones. Yeah.
Ken Jones can tell about the belly and liver part, you know. And Donald Sangster can tell you about the belly and the liver part, you know.
Yes.
So if there are people over here who want to fool themselves, to believe they liver right good, they make a sad mistake. Look at what happened now, Western Jamaica and the hurricane. Look at how much people down there suffer, right?
And we now focus on that. We need to focus on the suffering. Hold on, Junior. Because, you know, I don't know when the Jamaican people them are miss. They're missing it, you know. Listen this man here. Listen this man here.
I heard Miss Campbell speaking with Tonna and George this morning. And she, in that interview, made a point that there are about another 80 people in Springfield in Northwest St. Elizabeth who are in a similar situation as her. And they are still waiting. Why? Why? And as I said, sitting in this chair, we have had several similar reports. Something is not working well with the outreach and the delivery of relief where shelter is concerned. Not working. The opposition spokesman on housing and sustainable living is Senator Floyd Morris, and he has responded, criticizing the government for the delay in the distribution of container houses for those who were affected by Melissa.
You see, when you hear all Demia come out now and attack, Demia are the weapon we farm against Jamaica. When we were out there, Junior, calling on the government to get cracking, when we told Colonel Charles Jr. to employ 2,000 to 3,000 people to go out there, do the assessment in 7 days, Demia did that on them platform and say, we are criticize the government and we need to wait. We're still waiting. And now Demia a contact.
The figures are there to show, you know. The figures are there to show. So whatever Radson spoke about yesterday, we heard it on the radio this morning. I know there was something that you did that I want to raise the cap to you. You see that tape you play on Williams? I was calling and hoping say you clip it, you know. And the other thing too.
The tape on Williams is which tape that?
The one that you play when Mr. Marsh was on.
Oh,
the
yeah.
One with, Clyde
yes,
Williams.
Clyde Williams. Yes, man.
That was a wicked tape, you know.
Yes, man. Yes. Listen, man. We're focused, you know, Junior. We are focused.
Yes. You know what you want to do for me?
Yeah.
You see that interview that you did on Sunday with Ralston?
Yes.
You realize that they never made the news in Jamaica?
No.
I listened to everyone. He never made no news. None. And even the tape that you clip with Williams, the one they played this morning, it never come up on the media news and it never come on the evening news. So the tape what you have and you and Ralston on Sunday.
Yes, we're going to clip it and play it.
Clip it and play it.
Yes.
We need to know what's going on.
Yes.
Because the figures that we hear now, what you were saying, you know, is giving us an idea of what was going to happen, you know.
Yes, man.
So that's why you say, yeah, Ralston will come here or not suits there.
No, Ralston is top of the game. Yeah, I asked the question and him give the answers because we are critical thinkers.
Make sure you tell Ralston to put himself down at Portland at the end of the month, you know.
All right.
Shaking hands.
All right, sir. All right, sir.
We talk.
Yes, man. Blessings, Junior. We will not be diverted. We will not be distracted. The Jamaican economy is front and center right now. People in Jamaica are going to suffer. Mark Golden can't help them now. Julian Robinson can't help them now. You need to talk to the Prime Minister. All I know are come over here and talk about next year. Talk to your Prime Minister this year because there might not be next year. The Jamaican economy crash, lick up in our wall, and I explode. Captain, the ship is sinking. And if you don't believe me, all who disagree with me, the number is 1-876-804-7072. We take all calls because the truth is our defense. The whole truth. 1-876-804-7072. If you have not yet liked the video, click the thumbs up for it right now. We don't over here begging any money. We just begging alike. Go ahead, caller.
Good evening, Colin.
Blessings
to you and your listeners, the people in the chat. All right. You see, say we are major and the minor.
Oh, yes.
As you're right, listen.
Jamaican people normally do it.
We are talking about challenge already. We're not talking about the nation business. We're not talking about critical. We're not talking about. I send you, now, my regular caller said that 2 times. I send you a clip today where Christopher Tuft and their Miami are World Cup match. You did see it?
Me see him.
No, I send you a clip. I send you a clip. Where I talk about 10 years ago, in healthcare is now better.
Me see it.
We have more bed.
Me see it. But hear me, my brother. Hear me, hold on. Let me show you something. What is instructive? That clip. Listen this clip. Listen this. This is Dr. Abrams, a gynecologist in Jamaica. Listen this.
And what bothers me is not just the absence of it, but the disingenuity of those in charge.
What I want to continue with is the state of affairs in Jamaica as it is currently, the political climate, and how it is day-to-day living in Jamaica.
I'm very concerned on multiple levels because I'm uncomfortable with what I see around me. For example, I'm in health. The health sector is in a very, 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 very bad way. It is worse than many people know. So if you've never been ill and if you've never had to go to a public hospital or had a family member go there, you probably are unaware. I haven't seen data for this year. I can tell you up to last year, our maternal mortality rate was higher than in the 80s.
You hear that?
If you went to the Michael Jackson movie?
No, right.
You see when Michael Jackson did that album? Yeah, our maternal mortality rate was lower than it is now. In other words, a pregnant woman up to last year was more likely to die than a pregnant woman in the late 80s. There's data to support that.
To explain how
when things are not in a good state, people tend to lay the blame squarely on the governing party. It's not the governing party's fault alone why things are this bad. This has been going on for years. Our health sector has been in a bad way for years. But I'm not convinced at the same time that there has been much improvement under the administration now. Which does not mean that if the other party had won, it would have been any better. Let me say that very clearly. Bustamante Hospital is the only children's hospital in the English-speaking Caribbean. Do you know how many CT machines Bustamante has?
I'm going to really hope and pray we have at least one.
None. They've never had a CT machine.
Want to hear that?
Kingston Public Hospital is the largest Type A public hospital in this country. So Type A means they cover all specialties. And KPH deals with a lot of trauma. Because we have a lot of violence here. So gunshot wounds, stab wounds, motor vehicle accidents, etc. All right, you know how many MRI machines KPH has?
I'm going to beg and plead that you told me they have at least one.
None. For years. No public hospital in this country.
Want to hear that? Them something here we must focus upon. No CT scan at the Bustamante Children's Hospital. No MRI at Kingston Public Hospital. What is it you are focusing on? Caller, good evening.
Good evening to you, Colin, and good evening to all your listeners.
Hold on.
You know,
hold on a little bit, caller. You hear the gynecologist say a baby mother was safer in the 80s and 90s than now. We are having more maternal deaths now under Chris Tufton, under Andrew Holness. That must be crazy. That must be damn crazy. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Colin, I am going to finish with a life experience with the hospital system. But firstly, I must say what I think. I think Jamaicans like and always love to have something to complain about, right? And why I say this, all right, my experience was with PJ Patterson, right? Because PJ take the country from the Jamaica Labour Party, right? And bring the country back up. However, to get that country back up, he has to do a lot of things. And as soon as the country should reach to where we want it, the Jamaican people decide we're going to vote them out because we're tired of them. They can see all the positivity that was going on, but we're tired of PNP, right? All right. The JLP go back in because remember, the JLP went in and them decided to free up this, free up that. Because remember, when PJ stepped down, one of his speech was that we know who IMF no money, right? So that means we can start rebuild. The country can start rebuild. Now, because at that time when Bruce was the leader for the JLP, free up this, free up that, and then them going free up this, free up that, and there wasn't any money to do it. So them went straight back into IMF. Because what I can understand from IMF give you terms and conditions, right? So that means Jamaica start get flooded with all type of foreign food, yeah, including chicken and all of them, turkey neck, all of them something there, because we don't have any control over the terms and conditions. All right, the people them say they don't want back the JLP, them put in back PNP. PNP have to come in that now this is Porsche time. Them have because them wreck the country again. Now the PNP go back in and fix back things again. And as soon as they fix the things, Jamaica vote them back out again. And then when time the JLP going, there was like a wag of money when nobody no understand how much money there. So them need to start a techie. So everybody are techie money. And here we go, the country wreck again. So guess what? PNP are going to go back in and them are going to fix back the country again. And guess what? JLP are going to come in again and them are going to just wreck the country again. When are we
the
going
PNP
to
fix the economy?
learn? Them always fix it. PNP always fix
time
back the
PNP
economy.
fix the economy, labor right, wreck it. And would you
Them
believe
always
though,
wreck it.
hold on, would you believe that on some of the GLP platform, them say it the other way around? That GLP always have to fix what the GLP ever fix?
I would think that, because if you should listen to like JLP, I don't really even listen to them. If I will not sit on their platform because there is always a saying, if you walk with a fool, you're a fool. Because my grandfather always tell me, say, bird of one feather flock together.
Yeah, man.
So I will not sit over upon one JLP platform and listen to them because me no need to listen to idiot.
Listen, I have gone on a couple of them platform and what they have done to me is cost me. They don't deal with the data that I am providing, then cost me and tell me, oh, me thief Boston Beach. And that then cost me and Tala. Yes, God.
Yeah,
but I want to argue with them,
Colin,
I really want to argue with them, but they will not argue with the data. They get personal. They cuss you. One of them I tell people, say, my father never mind me. And my father was a laborer. Me tell everybody that. My daddy never mind me. No. But that not have nothing for me, to do with me supporting the PNP. Not at all. I had to bury my father when he died. And my father never dead on the road like dog. My father died in an hospital. He took sick and we took him to the hospital and we took care of him even though he never take care of me. Yeah?
Okay. All right, Colin. As a journalist that you are, you have to go over and the Labour them platform because you have that willpower to know that you're going there because you need to start teach Jamaicans.
Yeah, but them can't have a reasonable discussion. So I am inviting them over here where we have one-on-one and respectable discussion to come and challenge our argument, to come and ask us questions because we want to teach them as well. We want to give you the facts so that you can go do your research and see what it is that we are talking about. Because right now on the line, we have the greatest, the top financial analyst anywhere on media. Ralston Hyman, good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Blessings. Good
evening, Mr. Ralston. Yes, sir. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be on a phone call with you as well. It's such a pleasure. Yeah, man.
Yeah, caller, go ahead and finish up.
Okay, I have listened to Mr. Ralston on so many occasions, right? But all right, may I go finish off now, right? My parents, majority of my family members are JLP. My mother had strong JLP, right? Okay, my mother went into the hospital, right? And them sit there with my mother. My mother is 67 when she went in. She a heart patient, and my mother need to get transferred go a UA. And them just put her there and sit down in our office and contemplate on whether to take her to UA until she dead. Then them have her there from 9 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock when time she dead. Before then transfer her to UA. So with the health system in Jamaica, I feel it. I feel it. I felt it. Because if she get transferred, then she would be getting the care that she need to get. But no. So I really know about the situation when it come on to health system and how much me feel it. Thank you so much. I will go back to class now, all right?
Blessings.
Take care.
Blessings. Raleigh, good evening and welcome. Give us an update on what go on today now.
Well, the big thing today is that the Bank of Jamaica intervened in foreign exchange markets with $30 million, but the market wanted $86 million.
Whoa.
So the excess demand is $50 million. Predictably, there will be another intervention tomorrow.
So what did the dollar end at today?
159 and change. Let I give you the precise number. Because we love to give precise numbers.
The Bank of Jamaica is again intervening in the foreign exchange market. They will have to be intervening quite often now.
159.14 for the US, 113.52 for the Canadian, 215.87 for the pound, and 180.74 for the euro.
Plus the banks and dealers are there mark up to that.
Yeah, man. So, as a two-pronged approach now, tomorrow they'll be trying to take out 20 billion Jamaican dollars out of circulation since the intervention today did not succeed. So you're likely to see another foreign exchange intervention tomorrow, plus the mopping up of some 20 billion Jamaican.
Raleigh, this mopping up, where is it going, Ralston?
Lock up in the vault, they might take the money
but if we are in a recession, the government not investing, the Bank of Jamaica is mopping up liquidity. What does that mean for an economy? Come on, Ralston, tell us what this means, man.
So I'll tell you that over and over, it does mean that the recession will get deeper because you have two agencies that control the money in the country. You have the Bank of Jamaica and you have the government of Jamaica. If both of them not spending the results that we told the people about yesterday, that is what we're going to get.
And we realize because of the shortfall in revenue income, the government spend less from the capital budget.
Yeah, that is why nothing can be done. That is why the Virgin are telling about what happened for the hospital and all of them things. The government does not have no money to spend. In fact, the government's main priority, which is debt payment, them fall short by almost $13 billion. They were supposed to pay $19 billion. Formerly, they used to overpay. Now they only pay $7 billion out of the 19 that they must to pay.
But
doesn't this agencies them soon start this then?
What message this send now, Raleigh? What message this send? The government is underpaying on the debt now.
Well, that's the point we are making. The rating agencies them soon start disrespect them.
Is it safe to say that the government now can't find money to pay the debt?
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell her.
You move from one extreme to the other.
Hey, tell her. This no trouble, Raleigh?
I mean, if one of the ratings agencies will start disrespecting or start downgrading and then continue at the same time.
When we must pay again? When we have that payment due again?
Well, them have payments due every month. Yeah.
So what is the next amount we're supposed to pay?
Well, they have the schedule. Them have the schedule as to what they're supposed to pay. What we get are the results. Them have the schedule.
But on the last payment that we were supposed to pay, we were
First
supposed
2 months of the year, they were supposed to pay 19 billion. They only pay 7 billion.
So that's a $12 billion shortfall.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tala.
If they continue with that, them on the ratings agencies have a fall out.
How much more time we have a shortfall before the ratings agency cut the ratings?
Well, if them continue, so for the next quarter or so, there's never a problem with the money when the next ratings come around.
Can they take money from the net international reserve to make up them payment?
No, you can't use it for that.
Can't take the money from that to make up that payment? Can they borrow to make up that payment?
But they're not going to.
They're not going to borrow? But they're not going to short.
If them never do that, them will do it already. They want to put themselves in a this position.
So they're going to short again?
It's a kind of self-defeat. They have cut other things. The people have to feel it when them things take place.
So that means, Raleigh, a supplementary budget must be near.
Well, it should have come already, and it shouldn't be a subtraction budget. It should have been an addition budget. Supplementary budget either did addition or subtraction. What we need is not another subtraction. What we need is an addition.
Did the new taxes that they implement, Raleigh, did those taxes help, or they cause this? They are a primary cause to this.
If them look at it. If a man get slimmer and slimmer, I try to take more blood from him. All you have to get less.
Hey, tala. Trouble there.
Man, they don't know what they're doing. Yep, they don't know what they're doing, man.
I'm going to tell them, come, this is what we need to focus on. This is what we need to call to the government on. The economy is in tatters. The economy is in trouble. I want to talk about Damian Crawford.
Them things are distraction, brother. Them things are food.
Make we take a call because we will not be distracted over here. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Like up the video, please. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, good evening, Colin.
Yes.
And Uncle Ralston is a little bit blurred on the other end because I wanted to hear what he was saying.
He's blurred?
But I didn't hear him clearly. Can you see if you can fix it?
Raleigh, go ahead, Raleigh, and talk to them.
No, I'm hearing her clearly.
And I am hearing Raleigh clearly too.
So my question to Uncle Ralston is this. So if they have the capital budget is sitting there, they have been overpaying the debt. They've been overpaying it for how long now?
Yeah.
And if, as you said, I couldn't help hearing that you're saying that they missed or they didn't pay all of it. I'm not sure if I hear correctly.
Yes.
Colin, can you come?
They were supposed to pay $19 billion. They only pay what? $6 billion.
6.7. Yeah,
6.7. So call it say
once or twice.
Once this year.
But so this is where I'm saying. So this is my question. If they have those reserved, remember we have a consolidated account where this government put everything in it, even with charity money. They go and they borrow, which they haven't spent so much of it yet. Until now, the people them no get no house. Me see some base make, but no container housing. And for what I understand, do we get them yet? Are they there yet? Because they have to be paid for before they come, don't it?
Well, them say some of them depend the island, but we don't see nobody we get none yet.
How come no media house? None of them yet?
So that means our people is gonna be suffering longer. Without roof, without a home, the economy, nobody gonna want to invest now because, Colin, even though they have some investors take risk, what is there in Jamaica that they would be taking risk on? Because the labor force is down, we know that, and the people them not equipped. They're traumatized already. Then they're traumatizing them again to bring in TCNs, which then have no idea what kind of people they were them attack. We can't get a concrete answer. And the money them that they collected, and even for the loan, the multinationals or whatever loan, then they sit down on it, they don't spend it. So what are they waiting for? Colin, do you think, and Uncle Rastan, do you think we're gonna get a snap election?
I don't know why.
Because all of this adding up like we are looking at an election.
Like them are hold some money if spend, to make a big spend.
Yeah, but that is madness.
Why are you hoarding the money? Remember from when you know I tell the people the money to spending money, you know. Favor come out, come tell we in a budget reading months ago, you know, between January and what? May said that we have the capacity and the competence and the wherewithal to weather this geopolitical and $50 barrel of oil, work out. As you were singing with Junior, everything crashed. Look there now. So nobody can point over here says false, because even stating, even though they try to model the numbers, is still backfire. So I am thinking, this is my opinion, not yours, Colin, but with Omiti, everything I want to this man and them a move. Election we look on again.
Yeah. No, somebody's asking, Raleigh, the fact that we short paid on the loan, is there any penalties?
No, I don't think there will be any penalties at this particular point in time. The money have to see that happen over a period of time consistently, then, over a quarter or 2 quarters, and then there'll be the penalty.
So one short payment now will really put you in a trouble?
No. But if it continues.
But it's a sign of trouble.
Yeah, man, right away the ratings agency start looking on that. The ratings agency will start write to them clients and tell them, say, yo, they man, they have problem. Well, then it started already. And I say, even when it was overpaying, that is the point I'm making. The ratings agency is the main one. S&P, they tell them clients, say, yo, them money appear to dead faster than everybody else, but them in terms of growth.
Growing the slowest.
In Latin America and the Caribbean. The man don't tell the man them that already. So the man them have this as proof now and say, yo, so we are going down there.
But that is one of the reasons you were warning, Raleigh, that the fact that we are not growing, what we're doing not sustainable.
Not sustainable. And see there, it's gone from the other side now. The lack of sustainability starts short now. That's the point I'm making. It starts short now.
But they're not spending the money, Colin. Rastan is begging them, telling them to spend the money, and them not spending money. Why are you hoarding the money?
By the way, and only me alone, I was talking to one of the CEOs of one of the largest companies in the country today. And I said to him, say, so, you make all of them plan there and things stay the way it's and say, yeah, things are really bad. I will wait for the man them to start them spending so that we can get some opportunities to start some spending to and start raise some money for our clients. We'll wait on them.
Sure,
so the corporate community start, there was another
so
one.
Instead of sitting down with the money in a Nara, why they don't spend the money in the economy?
Hold on, make Raleigh finish. Go ahead, Raleigh.
There was another big CEO, the CEO of Mayberry, was on social media when we post up the fiscal accounts number and say, those who doubt it can go to the MOF and say, yo, there's no doubt. Why you post the facts and the political directorate are holding hostage. This is 9 months after the hurricane and we don't see nothing happen. So a whole lot of people start zeroing on what is taking place now. Yep.
Go ahead, caller.
So that is why I'm saying it's not that there's no money there, right? Colin or Ralston, we have money. Money is there.
We have access to money. The money is not there yet because they have not drawn down on the money.
We're not even sure them right. We are mobilized, but no formal arrangements have been signed. Them not tell about the terms and conditions. We don't hear no arrangement that the money has been borrowed. We hear that it has been mobilized. Mobilization different from actual borrowing.
And they draw down $400 million from the IMF, right?
Only the IMF money them take, yeah.
And they have not, so there's $3.2 billion US still sitting there as we know that is available to the government. They have not yet taken it.
No.
And they can't meet their responsibilities. That even what they collect as the information come out, they don't meet. Even the locally, they don't meet their responsibility because they don't collect enough. So this is what I am asking, and again, I hope Uncle Rastan can give me some insight or some suggestion. Why would you sit down with what you have and spend to build the economy, if you get the people them up and running, to do the things that they need to do for Jamaica?
Well,
What
the Prime Minister says the Prime Minister says a strategy, maybe it's an election strategy, because it couldn't be an economic strategy, because if it's an economic strategy, it's a disastrous one.
All right, caller.
Colin, what Uncle Ralston said, me not hear what he say.
Him said the Prime Minister said it's a strategy. Why them not spending the money? But if that is a strategy, it must be an election strategy, because it couldn't be an economic strategy. Because if it's an economic strategy, it's a disaster.
Yeah, man. Total disaster.
Okay, I don't say, I already said it. So thank you, Uncle Ralston, for clarity, because as far as I'm concerned, me and him I talk about the numbers and we can't see nothing else for this. What he must say, what is happening in Jamaica. The people them are suffer, Colin.
All right, later. Brother Marsh, you've been here before, but I guess you want to talk to Raleigh.
Ralston.
Yes, sir.
Ralston?
Yeah, man, I hear you, man. I'm hearing you.
Raleigh's hearing you, Marshy.
All right, yes. Where the money come from to go in the NIR?
Either them buy it from the market or the remittance loan.
Or when we borrow money, that also go into the NIR, Raleigh?
Yeah, man, them change it out and sell it to the BOJ. When the government of Jamaica borrow money, then sell it to the BOJ. So, BOJ give them Jamaican dollars and take the US dollars.
And keep the US dollars. So the money in the NIR, it come from borrowed money, it come from remittance. What else it come from, Raleigh?
And when BOJ go to the market and buy, because BOJ buy from the market.
Buy US dollars.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Marshy.
So my next question now. The amount that take from the NIR to let us have an artificial dollar then. The amount that been taken out, that amount go back in since the start of the year?
No, well, since the start of the year, them not really getting, for example, over May to June, the NIR increased by only $6 million. So you can get, as the market gets tighter and tighter.
When Ralston answering, it's difficult for me to hear him on the phone. You know, but me.
Actually, you have to stop talking and just listen.
Yeah, man. All right.
Go ahead, Raleigh.
Yeah, man, as things get tighter and tighter, the NIR increase by less and less. Sometimes it's a decline, and now we notice that the increase, I get less and less. Only 6 million was the increase in June. So they might put out more than they might get in at this particular point in time because of the underperformance or merchandise export earnings. Trade deficits that get wider and the remittance flows that get less and less. And you don't know the problem with tourism and all of them things already. BPO, yeah.
All right, Marshy. Marshy look like him run. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We are live on Portland Spice TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share the channel. If you don't give me a thumbs up yet, give me a thumbs up quick and fast. Thank you. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, evening.
Yes.
Evening, Mr. Iman.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Mr. Iman, if the government spend the money or take the money where they can get to borrow and use it, that now go send up back the net reserve.
The net reserve? Or the debt you're talking about?
No, what he's saying that if the government take the loan that is available, wouldn't that also prop up the NIR? Or wouldn't that
man, you'd have more NIR and you'd have faster economic growth. So it's a win-win situation in every year.
No, maybe that the government
afraid of because them also know they can't run it to GDP to X. And now if they start bar again, they're going to send you back on them. And
that is the problem. That is the problem. But then not calculate and say that. That's the problem. But then not calculate and say that the economy will grow faster. That's the problem. That's the problem. They have a one-sided view. Yeah? It's a one-sided equation they work with. And see it move on the other side now because the economy now grow and then can't continue to pay the debt at the rate at which they used to pay.
Me not hear, Colin. Me not hear, man.
You not hear, Raleigh?
No, sir.
Go on, Colin. Something all right.
No, I know why I'm not hearing. What Raleigh is saying, caller, is that even though the debt to GDP might go up for a while, if you use the money and spend it and use it to grow the economy, you will also grow the GDP. So the GDP going to get bigger faster. So the debt to GDP will come back down.
Yeah, but we're not done, man. No business, no business, head, man.
So that's
the money they want, you know.
So that's why last week we spent some time to give them some ideas of some things that they should spend the money on.
Me think for them, the Naira is all about getting every GLP wealthy. So no money now spending on the economy. Remember, say years me I talk to you about this country broke and no money, you know, man, and you not paying me back. Years me I tell you from me start call the program that me I tell you say you not spending back in the country.
You did tell us that they not spend back the money.
You know, see that him not no intention. The man is so shameless. The man don't care. The man reach one stage where him no care where no wants him one at the end of the day. He ride out in the sunset pan him White House man in life.
That's all, man.
That's all them thinking. Them no business we because black me fi send sitting to him never send it. Last week I tell you who are labor right from who are PMP and the people them we are big and when I put on back them roof and them they are the PMP. So no labor right roof no one fix again, you know. All of them have ambition to fix their roof and sit down with PMP then left. So when people call and say Andrew is not them prime minister, you can't cuss them.
Why? Andrew is the prime minister for all Jamaicans.
In divide we already. Him divide we, you know. He said one set away a labor right and one set away a PMP. So all who are big and actually hand out and in a PMP.
So him say no labor right no in a problem down the west.
No labor right, man.
So the
man
people
the
people where Cliff Hughes are talk about the 80 odd people where Cliff Hughes the on his station a ball about last week. But you say all of them they are PNP.
Me if you send you a clip in a man, but I show me in some of the blogger they me see. So I show me no find reach back on one I blogger wherever if you send me.
When you find it, you send it back to me. All right. Give thanks.
Yeah, man. And the next little ending when me I go give you. You remember when he make you look at base them for house and he asked people if they could make it base them and they said no?
Yeah.
You remember that clip there?
Yeah, man.
Go back over that clip there and hear where Andrew end that clip there with. He said the help where they matter about won't be anytime soon.
Oh, tell him, did he?
That statement there. Eh?
Did he?
Yeah, but that's why I send it back to a clip. He said the base and the container house won't be anytime soon. We'll go back. Not take my word for it, because I'm a liar. The man said it won't be anytime soon. I saw him finish it.
All right, brother. Little more.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
Yeah, man. 1-876-804-7072. That's the number to call. We have Ralston Hyman on the line. Raleigh, 3.2 billion. Is it that they're planning to put all of that through Naira?
I don't know. We don't know what is the plan because we're not hearing from them.
Hold on. Why you going so low?
I don't know. We're not hearing from the state. So we don't know what is the plan. The country, there's no transparency in what is happening. So we don't know what is the plan. We need to know what is the plan.
But simple economy rally tell you that the government have to spend some money. 8 months after the hurricane, them not start spending no money yet. The emergency shelters down in the west have not been repaired. What if a hurricane going to come?
Devastation and disaster. And I'm saying to you, for those who believe that we are partisans, one of the reasons why I told you about the two CEOs today. These are two of the CEOs of two of Jamaica's top financial companies, you know. Raman Small Ferguson from Barita and Gary Peart from Mayberry.
Yeah, boy. Tell her.
Yep. Yep.
Let's take a call. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Hello, Mr. Bell.
Yeah, man, your background a little bit noisy, though. Take us off of the speaker phone. Take the phone off of speaker.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, put the phone in your ears. Take it off of the speaker.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello.
Go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Caller, go ahead.
Hello.
All right, it look like you have been an earbud or a speaker phone you have upon. We are hearing you, but you're not hearing. So, are you hearing us, caller?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Mr. Bell, do me a favor. I heard your conversation last night about Lucifer and where he came from. Can you invite Mr. Gina Jennings on your program?
All right. This is not this show, though. It's another show. I'll work on that.
Yeah, invite Gina Jennings on your program and he will straighten out everything.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. That's a different program. Yes, Ja. Raleigh, there was a caller yesterday evening who told us that an article was released saying that Jamaica is facing the largest downfall in tourist arrival.
Right.
What will that further do to the economy?
Well, that's more problems in relation to jobs. That's more problems in relation to tax collections. That's more problems in relation to foreign exchange earnings. That's more problems in relation to the exchange rate. That's problems all around.
Reggae Sumfest, which normally lasts for a week, will only be one night this year. Will that have an effect on the Jamaican economy?
Of course, most certainly. Most certainly. You cut it down to almost by 75%, you cut it, and based on what take place in the economy, you now get that level of support. So you cut the days then, and you now still get that level of support for the 1 day.
I hear that liquor, less rum selling over the last 2 months, Raleigh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They have enough bread, enough of the money more power to them stop the economy.
Yeah. The sale gone down drastically, me here.
Yeah, man. It's true, man. It's true.
Neville Carter.
Hello, good night.
Yes, Neville.
Good night, Ralston. I'm on my guru.
Yes, Neville.
Ralston, I give God thanks today you were born in Jamaica.
Yeah, man. Blessing.
And may your food basket never empty, sir.
Yes, brother. Good time.
Colin.
Yes, sir.
A lot of mergers will have to go on.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot. If you're a sole trader, whether you live alone or you do business alone, you have to go upgrade to a partnership.
Yeah.
And if you're a partnership, you have to upgrade to a company. Because single people can't manage this.
Yeah.
And with what is going on in the Middle East, where Donald Trump tell Congress that they expect 60 more days of war.
Oh, God.
This is going to be very bloody. It's going to be bloody.
Mm-hmm.
And clearly to me, all right, I hear you say something the other day in a Colin. And I confirm it today. By 2028, they're going to eliminate checks from the system. No more checks.
Yeah, man. They're cutting that out. Going digital, boy. Digital.
Yeah, and that is going to put a lot of pressure on the cash flows of business.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time for the mom and pop shops, mom and pop businesses to go at the register of company and upgrade their business, merge up their business to fight what is ahead, because a lot of them sitting there are sitting ducks carrying a liability that is known as unlimited liability and not paying over any taxes. And you're going to have a lot of tax assessment coming down, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, man, worth like all the money
because,
man behind by so far now.
But
right.
Raleigh, hold on, Neville, Raleigh. When Julian Robinson told them in the budget debate that we should go to the e-collection, the point of sale, connect everything digitally.
Dismiss it.
And mop up the spills that are taking place. People, the Chinese, them, we now pay no taxes.
Yep.
We now pay, we collect with GCT and now pay it over. And they said that couldn't happen. We couldn't be at even 3% by now, Raleigh.
Yeah, man. As usual, them use arrogance and dismiss anything that not come from them.
And now we see this massive shortfall.
Yeah, man.
Over $20 billion.
Yep.
Go ahead, Neville.
22 billion to be precise.
Another thing, and I want to take up Mr. Hyman to put it on the media. You have a lot of returning residents coming off from all over the world. Please find out, put somebody on your program, invite them to tell them about the double taxation policy of the country. Because a lot of these people coming back from abroad, setting up houses in places like Portmore, bringing down some of them, wiring the money through the wiring system and buying house over Portmore. And they're coming from countries that Jamaica don't have any double taxation treaty with. And when the crackdown come and the tax assessment come, these people will be caught in the dragnet, because Portmore right now is rapidly on the verge of becoming a parish. And when it become a parish, a lot of scrutiny will be on the real estate that is over there.
Yeah, man.
Government will want to know where you get money to put up these big houses in Elshire. And a lot of these residents going to get caught in the dragnet. So if you're coming from Australia, New Zealand, or you're coming from Europe, Jamaica may not have a double taxation system with Australia, but they may have one with America. So Ralston, me I beg you, do help these Jamaicans from me now, because they are totally illiterate about that the double taxation policy of the government. Nobody educating them over there.
Never. We're going to run. We want to take a peek in the parliament. We hear that Vaz answering the questions from Paul well now. Hold on the Rally.
Document them and answer at the end. Do we have any other questions, members, opposition leader? And you would do the same. You would take the questions from the opposition leader and then you answer at the end. So first from East Port Royal. Go ahead, please.
Madam Speaker, you always say East Port Royal. This is East Kingston and Port Royal. 7 terms.
Kingston East and Port Royal.
Minister, I had asked you, second question, what is the government's objective now in relation to renewable energy for 2030? Is it still 50%? And where are we in that trajectory? Thirdly, are other players approaching the government in relation to the JPSC license? And if I could just ask the questions on Petrojam, because you mentioned that a recovery has been done in relation to the recent price increases, but you'll recall that Petrojam lost over $4 billion over 2 years. Is there any means of recovering that, and whether or not there will be an adjustment to the pricing formula to achieve that? And finally, you now have a new managing director, and the issue of conflict of interest has arisen. Are you satisfied that those potential conflicts have been resolved in relation to your new managing director?
You may turn on your mic, opposition leader. Minister, opposition leader first. Turn your... Thank you, Minister.
Madam Speaker, I didn't want to overload.
I don't like this. Answer one set of question first.
Substantive issues to address already. I wanted to just ask the Minister in relation to the, and he's making notes of the last question, in relation to the negotiation process for the JPS license renewal. You recently announced that some international law firm was being engaged to provide that type of, I suppose, expert technical legal assistance in the process. And I was wondering, where are we in the negotiating process? If they are not yet on board or haven't been on board, what has been the objective of the process of negotiation thus far relative to what they will be bringing to the table when they come on board? Because one would have thought that in embarking on this, you would have had them in place from the start, if you're, to set the parameters of a negotiation and ensure that issues which perhaps the technical people within the GOJ may not have considered, but they would be aware of by their virtue of their international expertise, could have been part of the framing of the overall parameters of the negotiating process. So I was just wondering, where are we in the process now, and what was the sort of main objectives of the initial phase to date, vis-a-vis bringing on those foreign experts to help the team? The other question I have relates to Petrojam, and I noticed you said in your answer that you're hoping that Petrojam can recover the accumulated losses from the subsidy when the oil markets normalize. Now, given the geopolitical realities and what we're hearing about the war in Iran, it's not looking particularly hopeful at this time. The MOU that was signed to create a ceasefire arrangement for a period of time so as to allow the nuclear aspects of the conflict to be negotiated. That MOU has been effectively abandoned. Hostilities have returned. The Straits of Hormuz are effectively under some kind of siege or constraint. Oil prices are reacting to that again, and there's been a sharp increase in Brent crude prices and other indicative prices. So my question is there going to be an ongoing element of subsidy of the gas price, the fuel price to consumers and motorists, and in Jamaica in particular, if oil prices continue to be elevated or continue to increase, or have you made a decision that cannot be afforded given the fiscal realities and the pricing mechanism is going to pass through those costs as they are incurred? That's my question for you on that.
Minister, you may proceed.
Thank you very much, members, for your questions. So, member from East Kingston and Port Royal, the question you asked in relation to what is our price point that we would like to get to. Obviously, we want to be competitive, somewhere around 20 US cents per kilowatt hour. You asked about the situation in terms of where are we with the 50%. Recall that it was 30% renewables by 2030. And the Prime Minister raised it to 50% because he said we must think big and be ambitious. So we are moving towards it, knowing that it is a tall order, but we are making all the arrangements to make sure, especially in light of the fact that we have done 100 megawatts of solar, and we are now going out for 300 megawatts of solar and 150 batteries. So the bottom line is that we are at about 16% now, and with those two and whatever else we do in the next 4 years, we are looking to get to as close as 50% as possible, but definitely over 30%. Petrojam, recovering the losses and the pricing formula. You will recall that we did announce a change to the pricing formula recently. The situation is fluid. Members, the bottom line is I can't sit here and tell you what's going to happen next week. I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow in relation to the geopolitical situation in the war. What I can say
is that whereas we want to recover, obviously, over time, we have our duty and our responsibility to protect the consumers, because obviously oil affects everything else. And obviously we've been doing that and doing that well. But there's a flip side to it, that while we have the ability to adjust our pricing mechanism, which we have done already, and there's different scales, we hope that we don't have to go to the higher scale, because obviously that will be disastrous in terms of effect on inflation and everything else. But the bottom line on the other side, with what has happened in Venezuela recently, and what's happening in Guyana and right around us, there are many discussions that are taking place right now with a view of the possibility of getting oil much cheaper than we are buying right now in other jurisdictions. And that gives us a great opportunity. But again, you have to be careful. It's a work in progress, but we are not unmindful of the fact that there is opportunities out of adversity, and we look forward to taking, because if we do that, then obviously we'll be able to stabilize and get rid of the losses in a shorter period of time. Last but not least, the license renewal. I said it before, then I was asked a question, I'm going to say it again. I'm not at liberty to stand here and to comment and deal with the intricacies of a very sensitive and delicate negotiation. For obvious reasons, it is a negotiation that's ongoing. And until such time as I have something to report to the nation, I can't give it to you in pieces. What I can say very clearly is that the negotiations are ongoing. There's a process that's outlined, which includes valuations, all sorts of things that have to be done as part of the negotiation in parallel. What I can also say is that we are very aware as a government and as a country that the two shareholders, majority shareholders, as you have said before, is East West and Maribyrnong, one from Korea and one from Japan. Those are highly rated companies worldwide. And therefore, it is incumbent on us to get the necessary support for our local negotiating team. We have already engaged in one phase, technical assistance, which has now, that phase has expired. We're now moving to another phase, so we're seeking to get cabinet approval to proceed on the second phase of the technical. We're looking at the possibility of financial advisors to give us the various options and suite of options that we have. And last but not least, despite the fact that we have very competent and able people at the Attorney General's chambers, we are also seeking through them to identify outside legal.
Yeah, we're wrapping up. Anything you want to say on what you have heard so far?
Yeah, well, the whole thing, as I said today, West Texas American oil closed at $80 per barrel, and British oil closed at $84.73. So the argument about getting cheaper oil from Venezuela, sing a song and go back and try getting cheaper oil from Venezuela.
Give back the money, them million US, and go see if we can get some cheap oil.
Yeah, man, hope that they really like a Kangle and sing a song and go back to Venezuela and get some cheap oil. And we hope that they move rapidly towards the solar. I say 15% now and 30% within the next 5 years or so. We need to move faster than that. But
yeah, man, we need to spend the money. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to move fast on them, going back to Venezuela and the solarization. Yeah, we need to move fast on them, because things are getting out of control in the Middle East, and as we go forward, things are going to step up, because the Iranians, they never give up control of the Straits. Some can't be the guardian angel of the Straits. The man, they never accept that.
Let me ask you a question, man. Should the government of Jamaica, if United Island Gas is unable to find the investors to do the necessary drilling, should the government of Jamaica foot the bill?
Yeah, but we'd have to control it.
So you're...
We can't put the bill on them in charge. We'd have to be in charge.
Yeah, man, that's what I mean. But should the government of... Do you think the government of Jamaica should get involved financially?
If the thing is credible, yes. Because we have Petrojam already, so we should get involved and expand Petrojam. Find back that since we go back to Venezuela, sort out back the thing with the man then, yeah, and see if we can have a collaboration with Venezuela that would have a consistent supply of crude, not only from Jamaica, but also from Venezuela, and expand Petrogram. Because since we say we'll go back to the man and from buy oil, better would us do what the previous administration was going to do.
Expand Petrogram and
help refine Venezuelan crude till we find whatever we want to find.
And put up some money to ensure that whatever drilling needs to be done, get done quick and fast.
And make sure we have a part of the company. So whatever money we put up, make sure we have a shareholding in the company.
Enough to get back to recoup.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we have both Jamaican oil to refine and Venezuelan oil to refine.
That is it. That is it. Brother Raleigh, give thanks.
That would be energy security, because energy never secure right now, because the Iranians argue up the streets of Hormuz. The Trump are talking about him out with the Guardian agent. The man not accept that.
That not for them, that are for them weapon, you know. The Strait of Hormuz is their weapon, they can't get up.
They not give up that. Yep. So the war will continue. I tell you that.
Brother, we talk.
Yep, all right, brother. Bless
one love.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Massive and crew, give thanks everybody for being with us this evening. Thanks to Ralston and thanks to all the callers, all the viewers. This has been the Colin Bell Show for yet another Tuesday evening. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening for the big show Wednesday. This has been the Colin Bell Show. One love, my people. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again, peace be with you.
Tell them to try pre-wee. Big up Portland Spice TV. Tell them to try pre-wee. Big up Portland Spice TV. Remember to subscribe. See, Portland Spice TV. Louis Culture say it once and we say it again. Portland Spice TV. We are going to hold them and pop it off. Bogus badge where we rip off. Subscribe, share. Portland Spice TV is here. Woo!